Hello and a very warm welcome to Funky Fit Pilates with me, Raylene. We are going to go into a lovely essential workout, perfect for beginners or those that are curious about what Pilates is all about. All you need is a mat and a nice quiet space. Have a nice small cushion handy just in case. I'll show you where you may need to add props. Okay, we're going to start lying on our backs. Take it all the way down, legs bent, feet hip distance apart. And by hip distance, I mean in line with hip bones, not as wide as what you think your thighs are. Lengthen the arms along the sides. And just gently allow your body to settle. We're going to focus on some breathing. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As you're breathing, try and release the tension from your body. So as you inhale, take that breath to the areas where you normally feel tense, readjust, and as you exhale, try and release that tension. If you wish, you can close your eyes and just listen to my voice. I generally find that closing the eyes does help with centering the mind and connecting the mind to the body. Release that tension. Allow your shoulders to relax onto the mat. Allow your ribs to soften. Tailbone becomes heavy. Feet are evenly planted. And now we're going to start thinking about the gentle connection of the pelvic floor as you breathe. Inhale, breathe nice and deep into your pelvic floor area between the hip bones. As you exhale, imagine you zipping up your denims from your pubic bone up to your belly button. Inhale, breathe deep. Exhale, think about that zip. Inhale, exhale. As you're zipping up, you want to think about engaging about 20%. You are not squeezing for dear life. You don't want to compact everything that's inside. You want to create an awareness. All right. And now thinking about that inhale, take your hands to the outside of the ribs. And as you inhale, you want a 3D breath. Pressing out into the rib cage, exhale. Knit the ribs together as you zip the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale. Become aware of your mind connecting to your body. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Neutral to imprint. So as you're lying here, you should have a natural gap under your lower back. Going into imprint, you're going to draw hips to ribs and gently connect the lower back to the mat. You'll feel a connection through the abdominals. Release it back to neutral. You keep that 20% pelvic floor engagement. And as you exhale, you increase it to about 30 or 40%. So once again, we're not jamming, we're not squeezing, we are creating awareness. I'll go into a lot more detail of this in my spine health program. But for the sake of keeping this video nice and short, we're going to go into the basics. Hips to ribs. Your ribs stay still. There's no tension in the shoulders. You are contracting pelvic floor and you're shortening through your obliques to draw the hips to the ribs. You've got transverse muscles that wrap around the waist. Think about a corset around the waist, gently contracting. One more. Back to neutral. And going into hip rolls. Inhale, exhale, imprint, peel it up. For those who haven't met Shadow, he's normally my constant companion. He lives up to his name. So he often joins me on the mat. Control it back down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, exhale, imprint first. You can see my lower back has touched the mat, and then you peel up one vertebra at a time. I'm going to lift my arms so that you can see the movement of my torso. Inhale, exhale. I'm contracting and lowering one vertebra at a time, controlling it with stomach muscles. Inhale, exhale, imprint, peel it up. Inhale, exhale, control it down. If you tend to have quite a bit of an arch in your lower back, take your cushion and place it under your coccyx. So not under your bum like that. You want to place it a little bit further away. So it's just on the edge of your buttocks, so it helps you press into a little bit of an imprint. Inhale, exhale, peel it up. Inhale, exhale, control it down. Two more, inhale, exhale. Once again, using props, I do go into more detail in my spine health program. Last one. Keep the ribs connected here. Inhale, exhale, control it down. Draw the legs in, hold behind the knees, rock up and over onto all fours, going into your cat stretch. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips, nice square through the body from wrists, shoulders, hips to knees. Inhale, exhale, curl it up. Gently tuck the chin without jamming. Inhale, exhale, lengthen through into extension. Chest slightly forward, gaze slightly forward, lengthen through the lower back. Inhale, exhale. Gently feel the pelvic floor contracting. You're shortening through the obliques. Inhale, exhale, lengthen through into extension. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders are nicely distanced away from ears. Inhale, exhale. Tailbone lengthens away from crown of head. Two more. Last one. Come back to a flat back and over onto your back. Now you can also use a cushion. If I'll show you, your head tends to, if your chin feels like it's tilting backward, so you're hyperextending through the front of the neck. You take a cushion, place it under the head so that your head remains in line with your spine. I'll just work around you, Shadow. Okay, going into your ab prep, neutral spine here, so you maintain the gap under the lower back. Hands behind the head, gentle support. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, lift. Control it down on the inhale. Exhale, lift. Now, when you are lifting the body, you are initiating from the pelvic floor. So you want to start with those deep layers of the muscles. then the transverse muscles that wrap around the waist, then your obliques, draw the ribs towards the hips, and then your upper abs. So a lot of people will tend to use the upper abs first. You want to think about those first deep layers so that you work from the inside out. 4 more. No tilting of the pelvis. 3. Last 2. Nod the chin. Last 1. Good. Taking it over onto the tummy. Legs as wide as the mat or wider. And if you wish, you can either place your forehead on your cushion or nose on the mat. It's entirely up to you. Hands are in line with your cheeks. Make sure your ribs are not poking into the mat. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale. Zip through that pelvic floor. Exhale. Lift and lengthen using your back muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Control it down. No pressure on the hands. The hands are just there as support. Inhale. Exhale. Lift and lengthen. Chin is tucked in. Inhale. Exhale down. Be careful not to press the tummy into the mat. You want to do the opposite. Inhale. Pull the tummy away from the mat. Exhale. Lift. You're lengthening through the posterior chain. Inhale. Exhale. Control it down. Glutes are active, legs are strong, toes are pointed. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, control it down. Going to position 2, arms down to the sides. Inhale. Exhale, lift to a long, strong line. Chin is tucked. Be careful not to lift the head. Inhale. Exhale, control it down. Keep those ribs over the pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, glutes are active, toes are pointed. Exhale, control it down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, down. Last 1. Hands below forehead. Hands are going to come up with forehead. Inhale, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, stomach is zipped. Strong back extensor muscles. Glutes are active, legs are strong. Inhale, exhale down. If this is too much, you go back to position 2. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale down. Two more. No tension in the shoulders. Last 1. Nicely done. Hands below shoulders. Press back into shoulder stretch, buttocks down to heels, and then reach the hands away. Your focus here is to lengthen through the lower back. Feel that stretch because you've just worked that area. Nice deep breath. And curl it up. All right, back onto your back. And we're going to go into your single leg. Here you're going to imprint the spine, press the lower back into the mat. Remember, it's not a jamming, it's a connection. Flex the upper body, so you're bringing hips towards ribs. Maintain that imprint. Lift the right leg to tabletop. Slowly lift the left leg to tabletop. Make sure when this happens, when you do this, that you don't lose your imprint. So you don't want your lower back to leave the mat. Keep that connection. It creates a nice strength through the core and it protects the lower back. Draw the right knee in, lengthen left, strong suggesting leg, and change. If you tend to tense into your neck, there's 2 options. Option 1, hands behind the head. Option 2, head down, but then I want the legs higher. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs to tabletop, hold, and float it down. Bring the legs in, rock up to seated, going into your half roll back. Hold behind the knees, lengthen into the spine. Then I want you to create a C curve by shifting onto the back of the sit bones. Be mindful here that you don't round the upper back. Keep the upper back straight. Your C curve is from thigh to waist. Arms straight out in front. Exhale, slightly back. Inhale, curl it forward, remaining on the back of the sit bones. Exhale, inhale. Keep the collarbones nice and open. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Be careful your knees don't wobble in or out. 2 more. Exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale, inhale. We're going to take it all the way down onto the floor. Lengthen the legs. Flex the feet. Draw the toes towards the shins. Energy through the legs. Wrap the glutes. Engage the stomach muscles. Float your arms to next to your ears without the ribs flaring open. Keep the ribs connected. We're going to go into half roll up. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin and reach your fingers for the corner of the ceiling, keeping your chest open. So be careful not to elevate and round the shoulders. Keep everything nice and open. Inhale, exhale, control it down. Inhale, exhale. As you come up, gently press the lower back into the mat, creating that connection. Inhale, exhale, control it down. Inhale, ribs. Exhale, slide the ribs down towards the hips. Inhale, exhale. Be mindful here that ribs don't flare open. 2 more. Draw the toes back towards the shins. Last one. Nicely done. All right, going back to an imprinted spine. It's very windy here this morning, so please excuse the rattling and shaking going on all over. You might even hear a few cocks crowing. We've got neighbors that have got chickens across the road. Okay, imprint the spine, flex the upper body, lift the legs. Legs to tabletop, hands behind the head. Going into obliques. Cross over towards the bent leg. Without your pelvis moving, come back to center. Cross over to bent leg. Now think about your rib cage pivoting around the spine. Your bottom right rib is aiming towards left hip, and your bottom left rib aiming towards right hip. Your pelvis remains anchored, and your suggesting leg only goes as low as you can maintain abdominal stability. Your elbows remain open. There's no jerking. A nice fluid motion. 2 more. Last one. An alternative for that is feet down on the mat, upper body flexed, and you rotate. Making sure to keep the pelvis anchored. What often happens is there's a lift of the opposite buttocks. So there's your alternative should the full oblique exercise be just a little bit too much. You listen to your body and do what you are comfortable with. Okay, and take it down. Going into scissors, imprint the spine, lift and straighten the legs. If your hammies are tight, bent legs are absolutely fine. Nod the chin, flex the upper body. Inhale, exhale, you lower your leg for 2 counts. Shh, shh. At the same time, you're getting a lovely stretch into the leg you're holding on to. Inhale, exhale. Now, your range here depends on you. I don't mind if you go halfway, absolutely fine. You can also put head and shoulders down and then give me tiny scissors. You don't want to compromise the exercise by taking strain on the neck and shoulders. A lot of people are carrying a bit of extra tension at the moment. So listen to your body and do what you are comfortable with. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, hold, and exhale, take it down. Going into double leg, we're just going to do the prep with the head on the mat. Arms down to the sides, legs to tabletop, knees directly above hips. Inhale, spine is imprinted. Exhale, extend. And in. Be careful that you don't lose your connection as those legs go out. Keep everything nice and still. Strong suggesting legs, engage the quads. Stomach is engaged. No movement through the torso. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You should feel this beautifully in the lower abs. And 10. And bring it in. All right, rock up, over onto your tummies again, going into swimming prep. Arms straight out in front. Make sure that your shoulders aren't kissing your ears. Legs are hip distance apart. Ribs are floating over pelvis. Be careful that your ribs aren't poking into the mat. Nice flat sternum. Inhale. Exhale. Raise right arm and left leg. Inhale. Control it down. Left arm, right leg. And down. Pull your fingers away from your toes, create that length. Chin remains tucked in, and as you're lifting, be careful not to arch excessively or crunch into the lower back. Think about length throughout the spine. 2 more. Lovely, long, straight lines. Last one. Hands below shoulders and press back into shell stretch. Remember, we're stretching out the lower back, so get that buttocks down. If you find that your buttocks lifts, stack one fist on top of the other, rest your forehead and settle the buttocks down so you get that lovely stretch. Inhale, exhale, curl it up. All right. Onto your sides. I'm just going to move this. All right, I prefer to lie with my head on a bent back arm. You choose what's comfortable for you. You are welcome to use cushions and then have your arms straight out in front, as long as your head is in line with your spine. Okay, you're going to straighten the legs. You can rest your hand gently in front of you. Look down. You should be able to see the front of your shins or the tops of your feet. Be careful that your legs don't move behind you. Side leg. Inhale, point to lift. Exhale, flex to lower. Lovely, strong, suggesting leg. And your bottom leg, point those toes and activate those muscles ever so gently. Stomach is engaged. 6. You're also working into the waist. 8, 9, 10. Lift, point the toes. Remember to keep that bottom leg active and circle forward. Here, you might need to bend the bottom leg slightly just to counteract the rocking and rolling through the body. Your body should not move. So please feel free to bend that leg because you're working glutes, outer glutes, waist, thigh. If you are rocking and rolling, you're defeating the object. Okay, keep it nice and still. And let's reverse. Breathe. If you're resting your hand in front, try not to press for dear life. Gently rest. Just give it that tactile feedback so that you are helping with the balance. 5. Zip. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Staggered leg lifts. Inhale, top leg. Exhale, bottom leg, and down. Inhale, exhale. Think about the inner thigh of that bottom leg as you lift. No tension in the shoulders. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And take it down, hug it in. Lovely warmth through the outer glute area. Waist has worked a little bit and inner thigh of the bottom leg. Let's change sides. Legs nice and straight, in line with the hips or slightly forward, not behind the body. Point to lift, flex to lower. Point and flex. Activate that bottom leg. Stomach is engaged. Also think about lifting those waist muscles away from the mat. 6. Breathe. 8. 9. 10. Lift, point the toes, circle forward. If you find there's a bit of rocking and rolling, gently bend that bottom leg. Keep it nice and sturdy. Imagine your foot is working through a pot of honey, so you've got resistance. Activate those glutes, especially as you go back. 7. 8. 9. 10. Stomach is engaged, reverse. 10. 9. Lift out of the waist. No tension in shoulders. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Little fire happening there. Last one. Going into your staggered leg lifts. Inhale, lift the top leg, not high at all. Exhale, bottom leg comes to join it and take it down. Inhale, exhale. Think about drawing your thighs together, not your big toes. So be careful you don't go into internal rotation. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And take it down. Nicely done. All right, let's take it over onto all fours. And like we did lying on our tummies, we're going to go into swimming prep. Maintain a nice flat tabletop back, press out of the wrists, pull the tummy muscles away from the mat, activate glutes. Collarbones are open, inhale, exhale, right arm, left leg, and float it down. Left arm, right leg, and down. Activate the glutes to lift the leg. Keep your eye line in front of your fingers on the mat. So you've got length through the back of the neck. Remember your inhales. 2 more. Last one. Going into leg pull front prep, bring your knees together, tuck your toes under. Hands directly below shoulders, back remains straight. Inhale, exhale, float the knees up just a few centimeters. Inhale, exhale, control it down. If your wrists take strain, you can go up onto knuckles. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, down. You want to try and shift your weight a millimeter back to take that strain off the wrists and the shoulders. Here, I want you to feel it in your quads, above the knees, and your abs. It takes a while to get used to where your body needs to feel it. That's where your breathing comes in. An alternative, if you have sensitive feet, rest onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, exhale, lift. And doing it like this, it helps connect more with the abs and the quads. 2 more. Last one. Come back, swing the legs around, and sit up straight with your legs as wide as your mat. If you find sitting in this position that your back rounds, please prop yourself up on cushions or a yoga block, and then you bend your legs ever so slightly. So it could be because of tight hamstrings, it could be because of lower back issues. I want a straight back here. I'm not too worried about the legs being straight, whichever is best for you. Sit up nice and tall, arms out to the sides, your palms face forward. Inhale, you angle your body to 90 degrees, not your body, your arms. I need caffeine. Exhale, your pinky is going to aim towards your little toe. Your back hand turns in, thumb faces down. Inhale, stack it up. Exhale, open. Inhale, exhale, pinky aims in the direction of little toe. I don't mind how far you go. Turn that back hand in, thumb down, and curl it over, reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep the opposite buttocks anchored. Three more. Last two. Last one. Nicely done. Take it all the way down onto your backs. If you have a cushion under your head, please remove that. We're going to lift the hips. And every time you lift the hips, you don't want to have anything underneath your head, as it could put strain on your neck area. Feet nice and close to buttocks, hip distance apart, from hip bones to knees, through to toes. Arms long at the sides. Inhale, exhale, lift to bridge. Be careful the ribs don't pop open. Inhale, exhale, float it down, maintaining neutral here. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, down. Zip through that pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale, gently wrap those glutes. Inhale, exhale. Make sure shoulder blades are nice and flat on the mat. Inhale, exhale, reach the fingers for the heels. Inhale, exhale. We're going to add on to that. Inhale, exhale, lift. Hold it here. Ribs are connected. Make sure they haven't flared open. Connect the ribs. You'll feel the difference with the strength of the abs. Arms long at the sides. Anchor the left foot. Raise the right leg to tabletop. Lots of work happening through that left leg. Float it down. Change sides. Float it down.
While you're busy lifting and lowering, make sure that your hips aren't rocking from side to side. Keep everything nice and still. That's it, nice. Three more. Last two. Last one. Lift the hips, hold, wrap the glutes, pull knees away from shoulders, draw heels towards shoulders. So you're using those opposing forces. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and float it down. Going into your rollover prep, imprint the spine, lift the legs, cross the ankles. Knees are slightly apart. Inhale, lower ever so slightly without losing your imprint. Exhale, lift, change ankles. A lot of people tend to tense into the shoulders, especially here when the legs are coming back down. If that happens, lift the arms, press the shoulders into the mat. Keep that connection. Use your breath, use your lower abs. No tension in neck and shoulders. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And float it down. Nicely done. We're going to finish off with a push-up prep. And then you are done. Onto all fours. Move your knees back. And then shift your shoulders to back over your wrists. Straight line from shoulders through to knees. Give yourself a little bit of a tuck into imprint to connect those abs. You can either rest your feet or take the knees wider and cross the ankles. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, straighten. You're aiming your chest for the mat, not your belly. You want your elbows to go back, not out to the sides. So we're recruiting triceps. Stomach muscles are engaged. Glutes are gently wrapped. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And press back into shoulder stretch. Nice deep breaths. And curl it up. Thank you for joining Shadow and myself. We really enjoyed having you in our studio and we hope to see you again. Please hit me a message if you have any questions. I'm here to help.